In a world dominated by bolt-action weapons, one rifle dared to be different. Hello and welcome to the 7th episode in my Payday 2 weapon guide. Today we're taking a look at the Galant rifle. This weapon is an unmistakable reincarnation of the legendary M1 Garand rifle, a semi-automatic infantry rifle that forged its legacy in the bloodshed of World War II. It set itself apart from its competitors by being essentially the only semi-automatic standard issue rifle wielded by any major power. Its increased volume of fire compared to its counterparts allowed for more aggressive tactics to be employed, as this weapon did not have to be manually cycled after each shot. While most know it for its role in the Second World War, it also served in Korea and Vietnam, and heavily influenced the design of the M14 battle rifle, which is still in limited use today by US SOCOM. In-game, the Garand is a very high damage rifle, in a similar class as the M308 and DMR versions of the AK, CAR, and AMR rifle platforms. The high damage comes at the cost of ammo capacity, meaning good marksmanship is a must when employing this rifle for prolonged heists. Base damage comes in at a healthy 160, allowing it to score one-shot headshots against Gensec elites on Mayhem and Deathwish, or 2 shots on 1 down. Since this weapon is locked to semi-automatic, however, headshots will almost be a requirement since body expertise will not benefit the Garand. Special enemies, especially cloakers and medics, can easily be taken down with a handful of headshots. Once upgraded, the Garand can easily exceed 200 damage with the addition of suppressor skills, making it a very effective weapon for dealing with both standard and special enemies on Mayhem, Deathwish, and 1 down. Since the weapon can also be used with concealment builds, the addition of critical hits can increase its lethality even further, allowing it to quickly put down dozers even at range. While the Garand may be semi-automatic, with a good trigger finger, it can hit a cyclic rate of up to 600 rounds per minute, useful for dealing with bulldozers and SWAT turrets at close range. Follow-up shots on enemies will also be relatively easy as well, and you can often deliver 2 headshots before the enemy recoils from the first, especially useful against heavy SWAT on Mayhem and Deathwish. Any rifle with as much power as the Garand is going to kick like a mule, and this is certainly true for the weapon out of the box. Base stability is only a mere 36, meaning placing follow-up shots will require a degree of patience to allow the recoil to settle. That being said, the high recoil does make rapid firing less tempting, potentially conserving valuable ammunition. Thankfully, the Garand's recoil can be tempered with the addition of some basic technician skills, as well as a few modifications. Those using suppressor skills will also see a dramatic reduction in recoil, making follow-up shots much easier to obtain, even at long range. While the Garand does not have the best-in-class recoil, its accuracy is superb, even without the addition of skills and modifications. This allows it to be effective even out to long ranges if you can effectively acquire targets. Its high accuracy also allows it to easily plant headshots on distant enemies or those hiding in cover, and works especially well in a counter-sniper role. Bulldozers too can be eliminated from afar given some degree of patience and assuming they don't face away from your rifle. Make sure you capitalize on the Garand's high accuracy to hit shields from the side or above when engaging them from inside buildings or on rooftops, as this can save precious grenades and ammo as opposed to trying to stumble them. Magazine size is true to form, containing 8 rounds per stripper clip, giving you enough lead to engage a handful of enemies assuming good marksmanship. This, however, is considerably less than the DMR versions of the AK and CAR platforms, and 2 less than the Garand's younger cousin, the M308. Judicious use of ammo is key not only for the long-term fights, but also to prevent you from constantly reloading. Reloads are quite unique compared to other weapons in Payday 2. Tactical reloads will take 2.56 seconds, while an empty reload will take 1.52. This is due to the fact that during a tactical reload, the previous stripper clip must be ejected from the weapon before loading a new one. If the weapon is emptied, the clip is automatically ejected. However, both reloads are heralded by the same satisfying ping. Total ammo is small compared to other weapons, but balanced due to the high damage of the Garand. By default, you will carry 72 rounds of ammunition, 90 with fully loaded, and 104 with the addition of the magazine pouches. giving this weapon a considerable edge over other DMRs. Still, it's wise to be ammo conscious, as 104 rounds will go by quicker than many think, especially in longer firefights. The Garand rifle is a unique weapon, as it can function very effectively in high concealment and high armor builds, depending on the user's preference. For our build, we will be focusing on maximizing concealment for a quick yet powerful dodge build. For modifications, the tank barrel, medium suppressor, concealment boost, compact laser, and mag pouch will maximize concealment while keeping the weapon more than lethal. For skills, we will be selecting first aid kits and inspire as our contribution to the team, allowing us to quickly regenerate health, as well as revive teammates without compromising our mobility. High value target aced is also essential for dealing with distant special enemies, as well as providing a noticeable damage boost. Inner pockets, sneaky bastard, optical illusions aced, suppressor skills aced, and low blow are all essential skills in this build, not only granting you increased survivability, but also better weapon performance and smoother handling. Finally, Swan Song can not only give you a way of going out in style, but also allow you to fall back to cover to make it easier for your team to revive you. While the Garand's signature ping may no longer be echoing on the battlefields today, its impact on military tactics and doctrine is undeniable. The Garand is a classic that ushered in a new age of infantry combat. No longer would soldiers be slowed by bolt-action rifles. Thank you very much for watching. Join us next time when we cover the AK-762. Until then, happy hunting.